Hey guys, what is up? It is ShellSh0cked158 and I am bringing you some spy tips and like how to play spy. This is just something I've wanted to do for a little while, and the reason I've left in this waiting for players little segment here is watch what happens. I'm just practicing some random jump stabs, and here comes the scout, right? He is coming from that building. Now, humans in general are creatures of habit, and almost always, 9 times out of 10, they will do the exact same thing. So watch what I do. I go over knowing that that scout in all likelihood will go ahead and take that same route. He got there pretty quickly. So this time, instead of practicing some jump stabs, I go behind this little wall, and sure enough, there comes the scout. I screw up the backstab, but that's not really the point. The point is, and I miss a whole bunch of ambassador shots, but the point is, the biggest tip that I can possibly give you if you're trying to learn how to play spy is to learn your opponent. People, if you know the pattern of movement that people take, the pattern in which they like to move, that will make you the most successful spy I can possibly imagine. That is your biggest weapon in your arsenal. It's not your gun, it's not your knife, it's the fact that you know, or hopefully know, what to do. And now, see, I'm using the Wonga Prick, which is just a reskin of the Your Eternal Reward. It's important to get your disguises if you're using this weapon. You want to get your disguise up, and but less on that. Really, honestly, the biggest tip you can do, especially if you're using a weapon like the Ambassador, like you'll see in a little bit, predictable opponents are your best friend, and you want to make sure, like here, especially if you're using Dead Ringer, you want to get into safe locations to decloak, and you want to move like you're on their team. And I know that's kind of hard to do, but you'll see another example right coming up pretty soon. This heavy comes, he turns around, but I don't react to him. See, if that was my teammate, I wouldn't have reacted to him. I would have said, oh, he's just going back to base, I'm a pyro, there's absolutely nothing I can do to help him. Here, I get the shot, but he dies from fire, so no problems there. I accidentally whipped out my Dead Ringer when I didn't need to, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So right here is a very important key thing. Look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies. Alright, and I stopped it right here. Look at my health. 45 health. I'm burning. That scout right there is going to take me out super quickly along with the pyro. I have absolutely zero chance of getting away from this circumstance. But here's the chance that I do have. I decide to run up and take the corner stab. It was really quick and you might not have been able to see it, but I managed to get the corner stab onto that, or not a corner stab, but the quick stab onto that pyro. And so in situations like that, there's no point in turning around and running, because at 45 HP and burning, even with the Dead Ringer, I would have been toast. So just make sure you know what you can take, because that's very, very important. And once you're being detected, your disguise is no longer that useful. And here's what I mean by what I meant before about predictable movements. I line up 2 easy headshots because the soldier was going in a straight line. It's super easy, and I do it again to the scout. A lot of people think that jumping is a way to evade headshots. It actually makes it easier. Okay, right here, I have no idea what happens. Do not ask me why the spy is trying to sap me, but he is clearly a warrior, and so we're going to let him get with it. But right there, I did the quick stab again. You want to pay attention for any opponent who exposes their back to you, because that makes them a much, much, much more likely target to be corner stabbed or backstabbed. So right here, he turns around. I saw him. He looked like he initially took the bait, But when he saw me the second time and I was still following him, he knew I was a spy. He didn't recognize that I was a dead ringer spy, so I go ahead, run up, and get the stab on him. So again, as I said earlier, for people who don't know, you really honestly have to know your opponent as a spy. You have to know your limits. You can't go in full bore. And right here, see, I'm backing up against a pyro. I'm not going to be able to backstab him. I'm not going to be able to corner stab him. I get into the water in order to evade any flare gun shot or anything that he might have. So we're winding down on the gameplay. Maybe I'll do some more of these how to play spies. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you want to see more, let me know in a comment below. If there's specific things you need help on, I'm also very willing to do that. So thank you guys so much, and we will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.